diapers, babe. This summer, we are going on a 10-day road trip where the majority of the time we'll be sleeping in our SUV. We wanted to make sure that we tested it out before we went, so this weekend we're going camping. First, we'll take you along our journey of prepping the SUV, and then we'll actually go camping and find out what worked, what didn't, and what needs to be modified. I'm a little claustrophobic with Josh in here. So here's our to-do list. The most important part of this whole camping experience is reserving the campsite. Tar Hollow Campground at Tar Hollow State Park. It is $30.50 to reserve the campsite, which I feel like is a little pricey, but nonetheless, we have to do what we have to do. Josh, give us a credit card. Thanks for letting me use your credit card. Is it a Visa? Success! We're going camping! Was anticlimactic. The next thing on our to-do list is to prep food. And by our to-do list, I mean my to-do list. When we go camping, I really like to be prepared with all of the things I need to go camping so that I don't have to go to the store right beforehand. And I like to feel nourished, even though Friday night we are starting off with hot dogs. Hot dogs and a fire cannot be beat. I don't care what you say. So Friday night dinner, we are doing hot dogs and a veggie skillet that I'm putting together. All I'm gonna be doing there is chopping up some veggies and putting it in a container with a seasoned blend that I'll create on the spot, I suppose. And then we'll throw that on our pan, and we will be testing out our butane stove for the first time. And then for dessert, of course we're gonna have dessert. We are going to use our pie iron again and do some sort of pie situation. But what I'm preparing most for is breakfast. I am making and prepping frozen breakfast burritos, and here's how I did that. First, sour cream goes down with some hot sauce, the potatoes, the eggs, and then comes the hardest part. I'm so nervous to do this. I saw this trick to wrap it in 2 sheets of foil on TikTok. Also, be sure to spray it with oil because we did not, and ours definitely got stuck. Oh my god, it's perfect. It's perfect. All right, double wrap and handles. I love it. We're gonna make 2 of these and put them in the freezer. Into the freezer they go, and of course, I had to try the leftovers. Yeah, and the last thing, of course, is coffee. We are not waking up Saturday morning without coffee. So all we're gonna do is grind up some beans, bring the mocha pot with us, and then Josh is taking care of that because he's really good at hot coffee. But that is the extent of our food prep, and now we can check that off the list. Okay, the part I've been dreading. Making window covers for the car. So here's what we're working with. This giant, I think this is a curtain, but I'm just gonna call it a piece of, a piece of fabric for right now. It's extreme. It's extreme. And Velcro from Amazon. This was about $10. This was about $5 at Goodwill. I am going to measure this compared to each window in the SUV, and I'm gonna cut it just around the window a little bit, like more up from the window, and then I'm gonna cut these Velcro pieces to coincide with the fabric. It makes sense in my head. I guess we'll see if it'll make sense when everything comes together. Okay. This is either gonna be the smartest, most budget-friendly thing I've ever thought of, or the most frustrating, annoying thing I've ever done. We will see. Hear me out. Hear me out. Ow. Do I even need the Velcro? Can I just close the door and that's it? Why would I not do that? Or should I be more inventive? Do you see what I'm saying though? Can I just do this? Yes. Yes, I'm calling it. I'm doing this. I'm not even messing with the Velcro. So I did end up putting Velcro on this on this piece of fabric for this back window here. This is the test to see if it will work, because I did horrible measurements. I literally took a Sharpie and wrote on the piece of fabric. But let's test to see if this works. No, didn't measure it right. Oh my gosh. Shoot. What do I do? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Or the most frustrating, annoying thing I've ever done. I have such a horrible headache, and I don't want to do any of this. That's it for me for today. It's been a long day. I need to go to bed. My head is pounding. Figure it out tomorrow.
Alright, well, Erica has a headache and is taking a nap. I might try to bust out a couple of these windows. I think the play right now is probably just close them in the door. I'm not going to have much time tomorrow, so I want to try to do some of this today maybe, so it's less work tomorrow. The back window I have an idea for. I have to go grab something for my office, so tomorrow. Look at that. Window covered. Voila, there's the next one, right? So we'll have to do the back window, but like I think that side window kind of works.
Happy Friday. We're going camping tonight, and you can check packing off the list. Well, we didn't bring it out to the car yet, but everything is in its place. We're ready to be moved out. Our campsite is beautiful. I'm actually kind of blown away at this campsite. It comes with your basic necessities, your, picnic table and your fire pit. But like, look at what's around us. It's so beautiful. The way the sun is coming through the trees, the green grass, the hills in Ohio. Hello. It's just really nice. Happy to be here. Excited.
There's a lake right up over that hill, I think. We'll go
Really?
head up. Yeah, that's where the lakeside is, right up there.
Yes.
And then, look, a hill in Ohio. What the heck? Ooh, lakey.
Sick, dude. Currently, we practically have this entire campsite to ourselves. We did not check to see if we brought butane for our butane stove.
I don't know. My prediction is it's not. Yeah.
It's not.
Nice.
No! I wanted to use this so badly.
I thought you were going to check.
How are we going to cook our vegetables?
Over the fire.
Okay, well, I can trust that this works. It's time for some hot dogs.
Oh gosh. I think I broke. The rivet popped out.
How riveting. You just went right through the hole.
Did I just do that?
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and call that done.
The ultimate bun trick. Just set it on top and then put it
That was so smart.
little smoky char on there. Slide it off. Charred.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is that so good?
It's crazy that you can just like burn stuff on a campfire and it tastes good, but if you burn stuff in the kitchen, it tastes really bad. Let's get this car ready before the sun goes down so that it's not dark. All right, let's get it converted into our tent or our camper. First thing first. This was my bright idea to put a curtain rod in our back window, except I smashed it in the door on the way here. So that won't work. So we'll have to figure out something else for the back of it.
So obviously we're doing this to test and see what works and what doesn't. And we accidentally brought the queen-sized air mattress instead of the twin-sized air mattress, but we're realizing that it might be a better plan than the twin, because when we inflate this, we're thinking and hoping that it's just gonna fill the entire space and it's gonna be one giant bed.
Trimming up the last final touches. Good enough for government work, right?
Welcome to our very budget-friendly home for tonight. So I feel like most van builds and camper builds can get kind of pricey, but when you have like an air mattress and already have sheets and a comforter, you can literally just pack it into your SUV and create a tiny camper on wheels very cheaply. So here is what we did. Essentially what we did is we took a queen-sized air mattress, inflated it halfway up outside, and then put it inside the SUV to inflate it fully so that it filled the entire camper. After that, we just laid a sheet on top of it and put this comforter that Josh had from college on top, and there you go. We already had all those things and we didn't have to pay a single penny for anything recently. We also had 2 extra pillows on hand, so we just put some old pillow covers on top of them, and that is going to be our camping pillow situation for tonight. Welcome to the inside. This is what it feels like and looks like for me, who is 5'3", to be laying in the SUV. I am able to lay in here very comfortably, and I believe Josh is too, which is very, very convenient for us. But some fun features, which is literally just the car, is that we have obviously these like little windows that we can look out. I feel like I'm explaining a van. Like
exactly, that's the point.
This is how people. Here's the window. And when you remove the window covers, you get this awesome mountain view. And of course, we installed a wonderful little reading light for us. This is just from the car. We didn't install anything, but it truly feels like we're in like a little van life. We're like van lifers, babe. What's awesome about our SUV, which we didn't mention this, but it is the Nissan Rogue. It is 2020 Nissan Rogue. Is, you can't see it right now, but right in this little section here, if you move this, there's literally like built-in tables in our car, so we can put our phones right here, or a drink, or our camera equipment.
On the other side, there is a it's kind of buried under there, but there's one of the like 12-volt car outlets like right there, so you could plug in your phone back here if you wanted.
If the car was on, right?
Yeah, if the car was on.
Look at that. It's literally a nightstand.
No, let's go check out the front of the car. At the front of the car, this is the only window that's different. We have a mesh screen here, which you saw us putting together and found it. We only have one because unfortunately we threw the other one away because we didn't realize what it was at the time. And so now we have one, but we can get some air circulation but stop the bugs from coming in. It's just pinched in the door like all the other things. I know Erica was driving last, but normally she doesn't sit this far forward. We did move the seats up to make room for the air mattress, but still enough room that we could start the car and turn on AC if we really needed to, if it got really bad at night. And then we have this to block out views and some of the heat of the sun, so we had that in here for a little bit. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it and realizing it, this is backwards because you want the reflective part out. Not that it matters because it's not that hot today anyway, but it just stops. Again, it's a nice way to cover the whole front windshield. Cheap, I think it was at Walmart for like $5 when we got it or something like that. The back window covers, as you saw Erica make, are just a piece of fabric, and the easiest way we found after some experimentation was just pinching it in the doorway, and it works pretty well. They were in our car last night to kind of test, and I noticed that with the dew, they got wet on the outside, but the inside was still okay, so they should still be good. They might get a little wet on the outside, but we're not worried about that. And since they're pinched in the door and not like pinched in the windows like I thought we might want to try, we can open the windows since they're pinched in the door, not the window. Although I did slam it in the door earlier, I've managed to find the rubber part, so it still works, and I can still just put this curtain rod with another piece of fabric up into the back window. So it just kind of wedges up in there, and it blocks out the light in the back, or people views in the back.
See, it works. It's a kebab. It smells really good. The mushroom is so good.
That sizzle.
We're the only ones here.
This is the second time we've made these pies, and the second time we didn't bring a can opener. Fortunately, I'm an engineer.
I think you said that before.
That's a big enough hole, right? Yeah, cherry could fit through there.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, nice. Some whole cherries came out.
Right there.
Nice.
Normally we would have put cream cheese in here, but I forgot the cream cheese. It'll still be good. Just me and my pies. Waiting for Josh to put out the fire. I'm a little claustrophobic with Josh in here.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's because I can't, like, do this. Like, I can't sit up, and it's kind of making me freak out a little bit. Actually, I think if I take my bun off, it'll help, because I think my bun is giving me less room.
Yeah.
Kill it.
I didn't even see it.
I got it. All right, can we do this?
All right. I'm thinking right there. Might fall. There we go.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, you were right. Well, it already fell once, but that was to be expected.
It's good that we're doing this now, see what we like and dislike.
Do you like the pie?
Mm-hmm.
I love the pie. Give me the pie. Oh, so good. As per usual, I'm covering my ears. But we will let you know if we encounter any issues tonight. This is the true test. Night 1 of, I guess we'll call it a bug. Van life. Of SUV van life camping. Good night. I can breathe. Oh my god, I can sit up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's 12:30 in the morning and I had a absolute freak out. I got so claustrophobic. I had to like open the door. The space this way is fine. The space this way was just, oh my gosh, it was getting me bad. It was bad. So we just deflated the air mattress and now I actually have like, oh, that's so much better. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Good morning. After one full night's sleep in the SUV, we definitely have some modifications that need to be made. But before that, we need to make coffee and breakfast. Best part of the day. Now that we have eaten and gotten some caffeine in our system, it is time to go over the modifications that we have found from sleeping in here last night. We're gonna start with the most obvious, the air mattress. So essentially last night I got super claustrophobic and if you're not claustrophobic, it essentially feels like the walls are closing in on you and there's nothing you can do to get out of this situation that you're in. So we went ahead and deflated our air mattress completely. So what we have learned from that is we either need to deflate the air mattress less than it was originally, or we need to get some sort of sleeping pads for each one of us and just lay them out and put the sheet on top of that and go with that. Because additionally, it's nice to be able to sit up in the SUV, especially if we want to watch a movie or something on our laptop or our phones. So coming back here, before I wasn't able to do this, and now because it's so flat down here, I'm able to actually sit and talk and feel like I have air to breathe. This next one is really simple, more blankets. That's an easy one.
Okay, well then I want to say my points. These are your 4 because I want to say mine.
Yeah, I asked you to.
Because my opinions are different than yours. I didn't get hot or cold last night. I didn't get cold last night.
You got cold this morning.
Not when I was under the blanket. The blanket wasn't bad, actually.
I was freezing.
The reason I would bring another blanket, I would bring separate blankets is what I would do, because I felt like I kept pulling it away from me.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
That one was pretty thick for tonight. I agree that we should bring more in the future, just because it'll get colder than it was last night. Like last night.
So regardless, we need at least 2 blankets. Blankets, plural. The third modification that was kind of the most annoying one is obviously you can see down here that our heads are supposed to be here, but there's no cushion for our heads, and that one we probably should have realized at the beginning. Now, it wasn't as big of a problem when the air mattress was inflated. It was still kind of annoying because it still went back. So an easy solution for that is when we go on our road trip, we'll have some sort of suitcases to kind of make this up more, if that makes sense. So we'll just kind of stuff things down there that we're not using at night, so that way we have a level place to rest our heads here. Bye, camp. On to the next part. Smells like summer. This is our first kayak of the season.
Oh my gosh, look at that tiniest one on the wall. Do you see that?
That is so cute. Hi.
We'll see if we can
There's a lot of turtles around here.
We put his head in his shell.
No, I knocked him over. Catch him, catch him, catch him, catch him, catch him. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
He didn't want to get on.
Almost.
Give him. Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We got a turtle. We got a turtle. I want to pet him. You're the cutest thing in the world. Oh my god. Do you see this baby turtle? Oh, he wants to stay. I think that means we have to keep him. Oh. Any closing thoughts?
That was fun. I'm hot.
That was fun. I'm hot. That's what we'll leave you with.
I don't know how we're going to close ourselves in.
I know. Oh! Ew, that fell out of my mouth. Josh's credit card number is 7.
No.
Oh no. Oh.
You're not getting in our car. Is it like orange?
Ew,
Or...
ew, ew. I just touched a maggot. I just touched a maggot. I just touched a maggot. Why is it orange? My fingers are orange.
Oh my gosh. Is that a second story?
We're just spying on our camping neighbors who just pulled up at 10 o'clock at night.
No, they're experts.